It is a warm welcome to you viewers. Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of Crime Watch, a program aimed at fighting crime through continued interaction with you members of the public. We bring you this episode from Zimbabwe Mkushi Depot at Zimbabwe Police Escorts Department. My name is Onesisa Sibanda. Our first story has to do with the arrest of Josephat Muchenje, aged 58, Bright Makodi, aged 22, Crispin Kado, aged 26, Felix Dapi, aged 50, and Tatenda Mutsangairi, aged 27, in connection with the Kalas murder and armed robbery cases where Paul Chimoka, aged 62, died in Marondera on the 23rd of September 2022 at 0200 hours. Police reacted to a tip-off and apprehended Josephat Muchenje in Marlborough, Harare, where they also recovered cutting discs and a Nissan 80 vehicle with registration number AFY 0342, which was being used as a getaway car. Through investigations, police later apprehended the other four and also recovered rounds of ammunition at Crispin Kado's house in New Tafara, Harare. Further investigations have linked these suspects to 6 cases of armed robbery at Rukodzi Secondary School on 15 September 2022, Mount Pleasant on 18 September 2022, Macheke on 10 June 2022, St. Mary's in June 22, another in St. Mary's in July 2022. In these robbery cases, they got away with over 60,000 United States dollars, laptops, groceries, a Toyota Fortuner, which was later recovered by the police. They also got away with a Star pistol, 6 live rounds, Mossberg caliber 12-bore shotgun with 9 rounds, plasma television sets, and cell phones, among other gadgets. One of the suspects, Felix Dapi, was also on a warrant of arrest for absconding court. He is also under investigation for a fraudulent bail application at High Court. Police is also looking for his accomplice, who is on the run. In a related development, detectives in Filapusi arrested Panganai Munodawafa, aged 44, Honest Mufunya, aged 32, Prince Dennis Madondo, aged 32, and Kenneth Muzerengi, aged 42, for conspiracy to commit robbery. The suspects, all from Harare and Murewa, were targeting local business people and miners in Filapusi, Matebelelen South, and Inyati, Matebelelen North. The suspects were getting information on their targets from Alan Hunduza, who works for one of their targets as a driver. They have got pending robbery cases in Harare, Nyabira, and Marondera. Police recovered a pellet pistol with 38 rounds from the suspects and a Nissan Vanette, registration number AFZ 1624, used as a getaway car. The Zimbabwe Republic Police applauds the public for supplying critical information on armed robbery cases in the country and will ensure that the law takes its course without fear or favor. In a different case, police in Beatrice received a report of a robbery case that happened along Harare-Masvingo Road near Beatrice, where a haulage truck carrying tons of sugar was violently taken by criminals. They swiftly reacted to the report and managed to recover the truck worth 70,000 United States dollars.
We received a tip-off that a haulage truck carrying 30 tons of sugar, which was traveling from Chiredzi towards Harare, was robbed at Gango Business Center along Harare-Masvingo Road, which is about 30 kilometers from Harare. The ZRP Beatrice members reacted swiftly and we manned a roadblock at Marirangwe turn-off. The team which was there was informed that there was a haulage truck that was around 4 a.m. in the morning, which was dumped about 400 meters from Marirangwe turn-off. The members of the police Beatrice reacted and they found the truck without the load. The culprits were not available at the scene, but the truck, which is valued at 70,000 United States dollars, was recovered. Having recovered the haulage truck worth USD 70,000, ZRP Beatrice is appealing to members of the public who may have information pertaining to the culprits who committed the offense. Those with information may report to the nearest police station or contact ZRP Beatrice on 0242150212.
The Zimbabwe Republic Police is appealing to the members of the public with missing relatives to assist in the identification of 2 victims. The 2 are a man and a woman who died in 2 separate road traffic accidents which occurred in Harare and Chivu respectively. The first victim is a male adult, approximately 30 years old, who was hit by an unknown motorist along Rotten Row Road opposite Harare Magistrate Court in Harare on 21 July 2022 at around 21:45 hours. The body is at Parirenyatwa Hospital mortuary. In another case, a body of an unknown woman was found floating in Inyagui River, Juru, Murewa on 20 May 2022. At the time of discovery, the body had a yellow floral dress and a black top. The body is at Murewa Hospital mortuary, and police appeals to anyone with information which can assist to identify the victim to alert any nearest police station. From that story, we take a short break. Join us in the second segment. We are in the second segment of Crime Watch. Zeterapi Featherstone recently accounted for 2 cattle rustlers at a roadblock. This resulted in the discovery of meat stashed in a vehicle that was headed towards Harare. Further inquiries led to the clearance of more cases that the duo committed.
Zeterapi Featherstone has been plagued by a number of stock theft cases which are happening usually at night, whereby suspects pounds on unsuspecting villagers and open their crops. They steal their beasts and debone them at night. As police, we deploy police personnel to try and curb any criminal activities. In a recent case which happened in Featherstone area, we managed to arrest 2 suspects, a male and a female, who pounced on an unsuspecting villager and stole 2 oxen, which they deboned and pegged their meat into sacks. They drove their Nissan X-Trail vehicle to Harare, and along the way they were stopped and searched by police officers. They were arrested and sent to court where they are awaiting trial for the case. We strongly believe that this stolen meat is finding its way to various cities and towns where it is delivered to food outlets, meat vendors, and sausage makers. As police, we would want to warn meat vendors and unlicensed food outlets not to purchase meat from uninspected sources because they run the risk of spreading diseases, and it is also a criminal offense.
Moving on, police in Bulawayo are leaving no stone unturned in a bid to account for notorious robbers who have been a menace in the city recently. So far, a gang of notorious robbers has been accounted for following some serious investigations.
Behind me are 5 suspects who have been arrested for carjackings in Bulawayo. During the previous week or last week, we were faced with some series of carjackings where these suspects were operating in gangs of 2 or at times being 5. They were hiking or seeking for transport from our CBD going along Bulawayo-Gwanda Road only to rob the victims at Kensington. In the first instance, they robbed a victim of a Mazda 323 where they went on to break into a shop and rob the victim of various groceries, which was later recovered by the police. On the second instance, they were operating in pairs, getting some transport from Shika from Palace Hotel, driving towards Kensington and hijacking, taking the vehicle after threatening the drivers with the machetes. CID VTS and Homicide received information from our members of public, which led to their arrest at Kensington area in Slengen along Bulawayo-Gwanda Road, just in the peripheries of our Bulawayo province. This is the good work that has been achieved through the cooperation of our members of public and the Zimbabwe Republic Police, and we are glad to announce that we have cleared a machete gang which was responsible for high carjackings and some robberies that were happening in Bulawayo. We are here also to send a warning to the general public that crime does not pay in Bulawayo, and we are actually on the follow-up of these other armed robbers, which is the outstanding gang that we are currently looking for.
Moving on, Eliot Kudzaikanyani joined the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe on their recent visit to Mbudzi roundabout, where the interchange construction work has commenced.
It has been a fortnight now since the closure of the Mbudzi roundabout to pave way for the interchange construction work at the site. Now the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe and the Zimbabwe Republic Police, as well as other stakeholders, has taken it upon themselves since the closure to educate motorists on safe driving at all times.
Following the recent closure of the Mbudzi roundabout, the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe has been conducting road safety awareness campaigns, conscientizing the motoring public on the detour routes to take, especially when approaching the Mbudzi roundabout. These detour routes include Malvin Road, Forbes Road, Stone Ridge Road, and Hopley Road. These detour routes pass through residential areas. Our message to the inhabitants of these areas is that be mindful of children, prevent them from playing close to the roads. We also want to encourage the motoring public that when using these roads, exercise caution and slow down at all costs. We have noted with concern some dangerous drivers who have a tendency of encroaching onto oncoming traffic, especially during peak hours. We want to give a stern warning to such drivers to desist from such behavior, as it causes traffic congestion and schedule delays. As Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe would like to encourage members of the public to always exercise caution, especially when using the roads.
As we were touring this new detour that motorists are expected to use off the Harare Masvingo Road, particularly when we came to the point where it turns off right from Masvingo towards Hopley near Oka tobacco auction floors, there is a cave. The Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe has something to say about this cave.
As motorists approach this cave, we urge them to slow down because this is a very sharp cave. We therefore urge motorists to maintain a safe following distance and to maintain their lanes, because there are forces which can push you off your lane into the path of oncoming vehicle, resulting into accidents. We urge motorists to comply with signs and signals which are being placed on the roadsides. These are very, very important. We also have the main road having been closed. It will result in you plunging into the barricade. So it's very important that we slow down, we negotiate the cave at safe speeds. We also have pedestrians and vendors who are pushing their carts. We urge pedestrians to cross where the road is straight, because at the cave it's very wide. You cannot afford to cross it safely. Take your cross where the road is straight, where you can see from every direction that the road is clear and you can make your pass safely. To our pushcarts vendors, we urge them to cross at places which are also safe and not in the cave, because this is very dangerous. We also urge the pushcarts not to use the roads which are being used by trucks ferrying building or construction materials.
There you have heard it. You now know the new routes are the detours that are supposed to be used since the closure of Mbudzi roundabout. You also now know that you need to exercise caution at all times in order to avoid preventable accidents. From that story, we are taking a short break. You rejoin Onesisa Sivanda in the third and final segment.
We're in the third and final segment of Crime Watch. We open the segment with a story to do with Operation Chikorokoza Ngachipere, Isicheke Chakasipele, and No to Machete Wielding Gangs, which happened in Midlands Province recently. The objective of the operation was to curb illegal mineral panning and repress machete wielding gang activities in Zwishavane and Beringwa areas. The operation was a resounding success and has seen a marginal decrease in these illegal activities. A total of 823 persons were arrested for various offences, including criminal trespass, transporting gold ore without a license, found in possession of dangerous weapons and explosives, prospecting for gold ore without a license, and illegal vending, amongst others. 1,310,000 Zimbabwean dollars was realized in revenue from deposit fines, and the following mining equipment was seized: 9 hammer mill engines, 11 by 20 kg sacks of suspected gold ore, 27 shovels, 26 pick jack hammer drill bits, 10 jack hammers, and 2 metal detectors. The crack team comprised mostly support unit details as well as members of the Criminal Investigations Department. Members of the public residing in affected areas are reminded to continuously cooperate with law enforcement agents to bring these illegal mining activities to an end. We encourage those who are interested in carrying out mining activities to register with the relevant authorities. Moving on. Community policing initiatives play critical roles in assisting police in carrying out its constitutional duties. We spoke to some leaders of these initiatives in some parts of the country who spoke on the need for police-public synergies to fight crime.
We work very well with the CID here at Central. Initially, we were assisting with fuel. When they didn't have enough fuel, we appealed to all Gweru residents, corporate, non-corporate, NGOs, and so forth, to come on board and contribute to this noble thing, because the whole idea is to fight crime. So everybody who can contribute in any manner should come forward and do the contributions.
As a community, in community relations with the police, our main focus as a district crime liaison committee is to ensure that there are good relations between the police and the community. Where we can all have good working relations, we support the police as a community, and the police will also work and support us in whatever we do, and they take good care of us. Just to make the public aware of what's on the ground is the committee, the DC-LC committee, is not a policing department of the government or police. We are a consultative committee that works hand in glove with the police in terms of information and assistance. The police are not in a vacuum, and we are not in a vacuum. We need each other, so we encourage everyone to come forth that we have such committees, and all around the country we need these committees so we can have good relations with the police.
We now move on to people on the police wanted list. Madziwa Police is looking for Big Boy Kaseke, aged 28, of Majwawa Village, Chief Mutumba Madziwa, for rape. Madziwa Police is also looking for Adventure Muneka, aged 25, of Mbata Village, Chief Mutumba Madziwa, also in connection with rape. Moving to Mashonaland West Province, Nyapira Police is looking for Tapiwa Chareka, aged 28, of St. Manox Compound, Nyapira, in connection with another rape case. Should you have information that may help in the location of any of these people, contact any nearest police station or contact us on the following details. Our National Complaints Desk number is 0242 703 631. The website address is www.zetherapy.gov.zw. Our email address feedback@zetherapy.gov.zw. We also have a Twitter handle @PoliceZimbabwe and our Facebook page, Zimbabwe Republic Police. To those who may have missed any of our previous episodes, do not despair. You can watch any of these episodes on our YouTube channel, Zimbabwe Republic Police. It has been a pleasure having you along. From me, Onesisa Sivanda, and the crew behind the scenes, pleasant viewing.